Known as the land of the Thunder Dragon, Bhutan is a place where myth and reality blend seamlessly. Its very name conjures images of misty mountains, ancient monasteries, and a culture deeply rooted in spirituality. But have you ever wondered where the name Bhutan actually comes from, and what secrets it holds? Bhutan's name is a mystery shaped by outsiders and centuries of legend. The story of its name is as layered and enigmatic as the clouds that swirl around its Himalayan peaks. The name Bhutan is not what locals have always called their home. For generations, the people of this land have used names that reflect their own history, beliefs, and connection to the land. It's a label given by explorers and mapmakers, not by the people who live among its mountains and monasteries. Early Western travelers, unfamiliar with the local language, recorded the name as they heard it, and over time, Bhutan became the name known to the world. The true names, spoken in valleys and temples, tell stories of dragons, darkness, and sacred forests. Druk Yul, meaning Land of the Thunder Dragon, is the name that echoes through Bhutan's mountains, a name that speaks to the country's spiritual heart and its deep reverence for nature. To understand why the world calls it Bhutan, we must peel back layers of language and history. The name's origins are tangled in translations, misunderstandings, and the perspectives of those who first mapped these remote valleys. Some believe Bhutan comes from the Sanskrit word Bhotanta, meaning the end of Tibet, while others trace it to Bhutan, or highland. Each theory reveals how outsiders tried to define a place that was, to them, mysterious and unreachable. This is more than a lesson in etymology, it's a journey into the soul of a nation. The names we use shape our understanding, and in Bhutan's case, they reveal a story of both discovery and misinterpretation. The name Bhutan reflects how outsiders saw this secluded kingdom, while native names spring from the land's spiritual roots. The contrast between Bhutan and Druk Yul is a reminder of how identity can be shaped by both self-perception and the gaze of the world. Exploring these names reveals a dual identity, one for the world, one for its people. It's a story of adaptation, resilience, and the quiet strength of a culture that has preserved its essence despite outside influences. The story of Bhutan's name challenges us to look beyond the familiar and question the origins of the words we use. It invites us to listen more closely to the voices of those who call this land home. As we trace its roots, we see how a single place can hold multiple identities, each with its own truth. The name is not just a label but a window into the soul of a nation. The mystery of the name is part of Bhutan's allure, a story of resilience and the power to define one's own home. In every syllable there is history, pride, and a sense of belonging. Let's uncover the real story behind the name Bhutan and discover what it truly means to those who live in the land of the Thunder Dragon. To understand Bhutan's names, we must first see its place in the world. This small, landlocked kingdom sits high in the eastern Himalayas, bordered by Tibet to the north and India on all other sides. Its dramatic mountains and deep valleys have shaped its history and culture, acting as both barrier and bridge. Isolation was both necessity and virtue, preserving unique traditions and faith. The environment itself, thin air, dense forests, and monsoon storms, has influenced the nation's identity. Thunder and lightning, central to Bhutan's spirit, inspired one of its most cherished names. Every mountain and lake is sacred, woven into the fabric of its names. Bhutan became a sanctuary for Buddhism, absorbing spiritual currents from India and Tibet. Its geography is inseparable from its destiny, and its many names. Long before the world knew this land as Bhutan, ancient chronicles and scriptures referred to it as Lo Mon, the southern land of darkness. This evocative name appears in old Tibetan texts, hinting at a time shrouded in mystery and legend, when the region was largely unknown to outsiders and its deep valleys were veiled in mist. The word Lo means south, while Mon described the indigenous peoples who lived here, people who were seen as inhabiting a world before the arrival of Buddhism. These early inhabitants had their own customs, beliefs, and ways of life, distinct from their northern neighbors. Lo Mon marked this region as mysterious and unique, set apart from Tibet not in a negative sense, but as a land with its own identity and traditions. The name reflected both a sense of wonder and a recognition of difference. The Mon people practiced animism and shamanism, connecting deeply with the spirits of the land, the forests, and the mountains, long before Buddhist teachings took root here. Their rituals honored nature and the unseen forces believed to shape daily life. Another ancient name for this land is Lo Tsendenjong, which means southern land of the cypress. The cypress tree, tall and evergreen, is a symbol of purity and resilience in Bhutanese culture. Cypress wood is considered sacred, used in the construction of temples and in the making of incense, filling monasteries with its fragrant smoke during prayers and ceremonies. The name Lo Tsendenjong celebrates the land's natural beauty, its lush forests, and the spiritual significance of its trees, rivers, and mountains, a landscape revered by its people. Both Lo Mon and Lo Tsendenjong reveal how Bhutan was seen by its neighbors, as a southern frontier, rich in culture, forests, and ancient traditions, a place where nature and spirituality were deeply intertwined. These ancient names form the foundation of Bhutan's identity, echoing through history long before the kingdom became known as the land of the Thunder Dragon. They remind us that before Bhutan was a kingdom, it was a land defined by its people, its forests, and its enduring connection to the sacred landscape that still shapes its spirit today. The name that truly captures Bhutanese identity is Druk Yul, land of the Thunder Dragon. This evocative name is more than just a poetic phrase, it is a living symbol of the nation's soul, woven into the daily lives, beliefs, and dreams of its people. The origin of this name lies deep within Bhutan's spiritual roots. It comes from the Drukpa Kagyu school of Buddhism, which became the guiding faith of the land after a thunderclap was interpreted as the roar of a celestial dragon. This powerful omen inspired a legacy that endures to this day. In the 1600s, the visionary leader Ngawang Namgyal unified the once fragmented valleys under the Drukpa school. His leadership not only brought peace and order, but also made the Thunder Dragon a central figure in Bhutan's national identity, forever linking the people to their mythic protector. The dragon, fierce yet benevolent, stands for purity, strength, and protection. Its image is everywhere, from the fluttering national flag to the intricate carvings on temples and sacred artifacts, reminding Bhutanese of their shared heritage and the values they hold dear. During the monsoon season, thunder rolls across the mountains, believed to be the dragon's mighty voice echoing through the valleys. For generations, this natural phenomenon has been seen as a sign of divine presence and protection, reinforcing the bond between the land and its people. Druk Yul is more than a name, it is a living connection that unites people, faith, and the breathtaking Himalayan landscape into a single, inseparable identity. It is a source of pride and belonging for every Bhutanese. Bhutanese call themselves Drukpas, and their homeland Druk Yul, a name born from within, passed down through generations, and celebrated in every festival, family gathering, and moment of national pride. It's not an outsider's label, but a declaration of heritage and spirit. The name Druk Yul is a testament to the resilience and unity of the Bhutanese people, and a reminder of their unique place in the world. While the world says Bhutan, the people say Druk Yul, echoing the Thunder Dragon's roar in their hearts and across their land, keeping their ancient legacy alive. This name marks their journey from scattered valleys to a unified kingdom, a story of transformation, faith, and enduring identity that continues to inspire all who call Druk Yul home. The name Bhutan is an exonym, given by outsiders, not the Bhutanese themselves. Most scholars trace it to Sanskrit Bhotanta, meaning end of Tibet. From the Indian plains, Bhutan was seen as the southern edge of the Tibetan world. Over time, Bhotanta evolved into Bhutan, then Bhutan through regional dialects and British influence. Another theory links it to the Bhotia people, Tibetan origin communities along the Himalayas. Some say it simply means land of the Bhotias. All these theories agree, the name Bhutan comes from outside, shaped by geography and culture. It's a label for a mysterious mountain kingdom, far from Druk Yul. The name Bhutan became global, thanks to British colonial influence in India. British surveyors and officials needed a consistent name for the kingdom on their maps, so they used Bhutan. Their maps, reports, and journals spread the name worldwide. Early British missions, like those of George Bogle and Samuel Turner, popularized the name in Europe. Naming was part of the colonial project, fitting Bhutan into a global framework. Though never colonized, Bhutan signed treaties with the British, further cementing the name. When Bhutan joined the United Nations in 1971, it did so as Bhutan, a name set by centuries of maps, yet the traditional name remains just as significant for its people. Today, Bhutan lives with two names, each with a purpose. Bhutan is used in passports at the UN and in global affairs, a practical legacy of history. It's the outward identity of a modern nation. But Druk Yul is the soul of the country, spoken in homes, schools, and festivals. It carries the spirit of the people and the sacredness of the land. This duality isn't a contradiction. It's a reflection of Bhutan's balance between tradition and modernity. The kingdom has preserved its culture while embracing the world. Bhutan and Druk Yul, two names, one story of mountains, myths, and meaning. Which name do you prefer? Share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more stories behind the world's most fascinating country names.